The ancient mysteries claim to reveal the blueprint of cosmic order, the harmony between the heavens, the earth, and the human soul. But somewhere along the line, the blueprint was flipped. Some say it was just corruption by greed or ambition. Others say it was something older, something darker. In the language of the esoteric, Saturn is the keeper of time and the warden of the soul's prison. His symbol is a cube, the scythe, the god who sets the boundary you cannot cross. In the mysteries, you could escape him through initiation or gnosis, but in the inverted mysteries, you worship the warden. This is where the Saturn death cult theory bleeds in. The fact that somewhere, deep within the labyrinth of secret orders, the current of higher consciousness was hijacked. What began as a path to liberation was stolen by those who feared the implications of a race of beings who truly understood themselves, and it became a system for enthroning Saturn as the ruler of this world. The cube, the black robes, the obsession with cycles and harvests. What we're dealing with here aren't metaphors for transcendence anymore. These symbols are being used as seals of allegiance to something wholly rooted in the prison of the third dimension. And here's the trick. Most initiates never see it. The outer teachings talk of virtue, brotherhood, and light, and the inner circle speaks a different language entirely. We can trace this thread through the Freemasons' geometry, the Rosicrucians led to gold alchemy, even the Templars' rumored worship of a veiled deity. Others can link it to the Sabbatean Frankist heresies, an inversion of the spiritual path where breaking divine law becomes the highest sacrament, a sect that turned transgression into a virtue, preaching that salvation would only come through the deliberate breaking of every divine law. In this inversion of truth, the highest sacrament was descent rather than transcendence, and it's a cancerous lie. In Astrological Keywords and Scattered Lectures, he describes Saturn as the Lord of the Rings, the force that binds man to matter and tests his worthiness to transcend. In his interpretation, Saturn is necessary as a teacher, but worshiping Saturn as the end goal is a distortion of the mysteries. That's where he would have drawn the line. Hall warned that material power has always sought to manage both orthodoxy and heresy. If power is your game, why only gamble on one side? The empire builds the church to bind the faithful, but it also extends quiet hands into the circles of free thinkers, contaminating the mysteries, bending the ideals of the mystics, planting agents in the very movements meant to resist it. Two wings, same bird, the shepherd and the wolf answering to the same master. Today, the same hands fund political opponents, shape both mainstream and alternative media, and infiltrate spiritual movements on both the orthodox and the fringe sides. Whether you pledge yourself to the system or rebel against it, if the rebellion is stage managed, the outcome is the same. On the surface, these worlds seem to oppose each other: church, heretic, orthodox, esoteric, empire, and rebel. But if both drink from the same poisoned well, then the choice is just an illusion. The yolk is still there, just painted in different colors. In Lectures on Ancient Philosophy, Hall says that when the mysteries fell into the hands of ambitious men, they were preserved only so far as they served the ends of the empire. And in this model, no matter which path you take, whether you're kneeling in the cathedral or studying in a hidden lodge, you're still orbiting the same hidden center of control, the same clock, the same warden. The cycle continues. The tools of liberation retooled for control. Sacred architecture reduced to architecture of commerce. The temples still stand, but the altar serves a different god. If this is true, the so-called cosmic order preserved by these societies is not harmony at all. It's a calendar of control, a metronome of empire, a clock you can't stop.